Jet fighters will be surrounding the plane in about 7 minutes. Oh, I heard they threw you out of the press conference.
They tried, but Caroline stopped them.
Caroline said you're lucky. You're lucky. You were a little out of control.
How's the trip going so far?
It's going very well.
Your meeting with the Syrian
I think
president.
it's really going well. Great relationships. And now we're meeting with a group that's fantastic. The Emir is a great guy. I know him all very well. Who are you?
Thank you.
You're going to be surrounded by 8 fighters, in about 7 minutes. Then you say, do we need them? And when they say yes, that doesn't make me feel good, right?
Threat. Did they tell you what the threat is?
No, let's assume there's no threat. We have to assume that.
How did you find the Syrian president?
Right. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. Strong pass. Very strong pass fighter.
Does that worry you
But
at all?
he's got a real shot at pulling it together. I spoke with President Erdogan. Very friendly with him. He feels he's got a shot. It's a torn up country.
Do you think Syria will join the Abraham Accords?
Yeah, but I think they have to get themselves straightened out. I told him, I hope you're going to join when it's straightened out. He said yes. But they have a lot of work to do.
What about Lebanon? Do you think there's some chance for Lebanon to normalize relations?
A friend of mine is the new ambassador in Lebanon, and I didn't even know, I never knew his relationship, but he was born in Lebanon. And he said, I'd like to be the ambassador for a successful God. And I said, that's very dangerous. He said, I don't care. I love my country, and it's worth it to do. I'll go and interview him sometime. He's a great guy, but I think he's approved or almost approved. But, there's a danger there for a very successful man to go and do that. I said, you sure you know what you do it? It's like Doug taking pictures, right? So you got some good shots, I guess. That's a beautiful scene. The last scene at the airport, I thought was beautiful. We rode out together. They generally don't do that. They don't generally meet presidents.
There have been some reports of the Syrian president wanting a Trump Tower in Damascus. Did that come up at all?
No, that I haven't heard. We'll have to wait a little while. Then things calm down a little while with the country. I think he's got the potential to do. He's a real leader. And, he led a charge, and he's pretty amazing. But did you see him? Did you get to see him?
No.
He was there. He was with us at the event.
Did the PGA Tour or the golf come up at all in your conversations around threats?
No. You mean they did?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. We didn't.
What about that Saudi bracelet? The Saudi intelligence agent, the 9/11 families want a Saudi intelligence agent to be extradited to the United States to be part of the Saudi. Did that come up?
No, but I know all about it, but did it?
On Israel, you're not going to Israel. Does this trip sideline Israel at all?
No, not at all. No, this is good for Israel. Having a relationship like I have with these countries, Middle Eastern countries, essentially all of them. Well, I think it's very good for Israel.
Can I ask you again on Israel? On the hostage deal, did any of your people speak with Israel about the release of the American hostage? I'm sorry, on the sanctions lifting. Well, let me ask you on Edom first. What credit does Israel deserve, if any, for that release of the hostage?
Well, they've been fighting a long time. They're worried. And I think they deserve a lot of credit. I think my people deserve a lot of credit, maybe the most credit. He wouldn't be there. If it weren't for us, he wouldn't be living right now. Probably none of the hostages would be living right now. And probably have 20 that are living. That will be getting out step by step. A lot of practice. We've gotten a lot of them out. And last time, a couple of weeks ago, 10 people walked into my office, the Oval Office, and they said they had a 59 on their shirt in front. And they said, what does that represent, the number of hostages? I said, well, that's a lot. They said, well, 24 are living, and now it's 20. The number is 20 are living. 4 have died, and they're young people. Young people don't die. You know, young people are killed, they don't die. So then the 24 living of the 59, the 24 living is now down to 20. And we got Ida now. Great. His family was so thankful. We did a good job with that. We'll continue to do.
What happens on Thursday if President Putin doesn't show up in Turkey for the talks with Ukraine? What will you do?
Well, I don't know if he's showing up. I know he would like me to be there. And that's a possibility. We could end the war. I'd be thinking about that. That's a we're all booked out. You understand that? What we said.
But you go,
We're going to go to UAE tomorrow. And so we have a very full situation. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't do it to save a lot of lives and come back. But, yeah, I think they're thinking about something. I don't know that he would be there if I'm not there. We're going to find out. Marco's going, and Marco's been very effective.
How are you feeling about how Putin is handling this? I know you had said a few weeks ago you thought
About
maybe
who?
how Putin is handling this. You said a few weeks ago you thought maybe it was tapping you
I'll let you know
along.
in a week. I'll let you know in a few days.
Mr. President, on Israel again, has any of your team been in touch with Israel, your team, about lifting the sanctions on Syria? What's their reaction?
Well, in touch. I mean, we told them we're doing it. The reason I did it, and I think it's been very popular, actually, certainly in the Middle East, it's been popular with virtually everybody. But the reason I did it is because I spoke with President Erdogan, who I get along with very well, and I spoke to Mohammed, as you know, was with them, and they thought it was very important to do. It gives them a much better chance of survival as a country.
You should look young thinks about it.
I think what's happened is Turkey feels we should do in other countries. So if you looked at my speech last night, which I assume most of you were at, I think the biggest applause was when I said that we're lifting these sanctions on Syria. And that's because they want to give Syria a chance to live and to be great. You know, it's
Mr. President, the Emirati government Factba did a $2 billion deal. An Emirati government Factba did a $2 billion deal using the Trump digital coins. How did that deal come about?
I don't know anything about it. I really don't know anything about it. But I'm a big crypto fan, I will tell you. I've been that from the beginning, right from the campaign. I'm a believer in crypto, and if we're not going to do it, China's going to do it. The way I look at it, it's like AI. I'm a believer in AI because we have to have it. We're leading China by a lot. And in crypto, we're leading China by a lot. So I'm a big crypto
You didn't know about that?
No.
Senator Schumer said he wants to block your Justice Department political appointees until he gets answers about questions about the Qatari plane. What's your response?
Schumer is, he's become a Palestinian. Something wrong with him. I don't know. I've known him a long time, and there's something wrong. He's lost his confidence totally, and it's just something wrong with him. I don't know what it is with Schumer. Yeah, did you have a question? Go ahead.
Oh, I've got two questions on Iran and Russia.
Are you still considering secondary sanctions on Iran's oil exports?
Let's see what happens over the next week. I don't really want to answer it because I want to see what happens over the next week. Go ahead.
And on Iran and Russia, are you considering sanctions on Russia for supporting Iran and for the continued war in Ukraine?
Well, again, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm always considering the secondary sanctions. I had the secondary sanctions on Iran and drove them into bankruptcy, and there would have been no October 7th. There would have been no money for Hamas or Hezbollah or anybody else. So I'm always, and as you know, I put in secondary sanctions on Iran again. And hopefully they're going to make the right decision because something's going to happen one way or the other. Very simple. It's going to happen one way or the other. They can't have a nuclear weapon, so we'll either do it friendly or we'll do it very unfriendly, and that won't be pleasant. Thank you very much, everybody.
Sorry.